House Leader, third party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. For a time in BC, we received huge annual royalty revenues from our natural gas sector that helped pay for essential public services, but those days are gone. Even worse, BC has been essentially giving away gas worth billions without a fair return to the public treasury. As Mark Lee writes, royalty regimes are supposed to capture a fair share of economic rent for the extraction of resources that are owned by the public. This is particularly important for non-renewable resources like gas, because once they're extracted, they're gone forever. While BC gas production has continued to increase, the royalty revenues in this province have plummeted from $2 billion in 2005 to $139 million in 2015. We are giving away more gas for less money while barreling past our climate commitments. Through you, Honourable Speaker, to the Ministry of Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources, what specific steps has the Minister done to remedy this staggering economic and generational sellout?
Minister, Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. However, the information she's presenting is not quite accurate, Honourable Speaker, and I've offered to provide the Green Caucus several times with a briefing on this particular issue. That offer still stands, and I'm very happy to take the time whenever they're available to get the information. So what we're talking about is the Deep Well Royalty Program, and I just want to remind the member that last year we received $145 million in royalties. But what's important to this program, which provides credits, is that not all credits are actually realized, Honourable Speaker, that while credits might be banked, they might not actually be claimed, and there's a variety of reasons that determine that. And one of the important things to note in all of this is that minimum royalty payments are required, and they ensure that a company always contributes to the province no matter how many credits that they may have.
House Leader, third party on a supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I'd like to point out, I talked about the revenues that we have received as a province. As our gas production has increased, our revenues have plummeted from $2 billion in 2005 to $139 million in 2015, with more gas being exported from our province. I'm deeply concerned that the Minister doesn't find this as troubling as we do. The Deep Well Royalty Program was designed to enable the provincial government to share the cost of innovation for drilling in BC's deep gas basins. It has since transformed into a massive subsidy to incentivize horizontal drilling, including shallow wells and hydraulic fracturing. We already know that BC earns very little from its natural gas royalties. Worse still, there are more than $3.2 billion in unclaimed credits that can be applied against future royalties. The Minister doesn't seem too concerned that we have a $3.2 billion fracking debt. However, I think that should be a concern for every citizen in BC. Through you, Honourable Speaker, to the Minister for Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources, will the Minister terminate the Deep Well Royalty Program and focus on supporting innovation in the BC economy that will lead our province towards a low-carbon economy?
Minister, Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. And the member would likely know that we have commenced a hydraulic fracturing review scientific panel that is looking at the practice of hydraulic fracturing, specifically to look at those innovations that she mentioned. However, when it comes to the Deep Well Royalty Credit Program, again, her characterization is not quite accurate, and I'm more than happy to ensure that they get a full briefing so they understand how those credits accumulate and then how they actually are applied on a day-to-day basis within our province to ensure that not only our natural gas sector is competitive globally, but that we're also ensuring that British Columbians receive the return on their investment and on their natural resources.